Hey guys, welcome to episode 10 of our branding series. Today we are talking about Apple. So, Alex, you are an anti-Apple user. What do you think about the Apple brand?
I appreciate Apple. I just think their fans get a little out of hand.
So Apple actually started in 1976 by three buddies. One of those was Steve Jobs that we all know. And Apple has now become one of the most iconic brands out there. Actually, it's probably one of the most popular brands in the world today, including the logo mark. It can be recognized by anybody. Apple actually has worked really hard on their brand for the last, 40 years now?
I would imagine.
And they really started with this whole campaign of think different. So you think of the greats and how they did things different, went against the grain of everything. That's really what Steve Jobs set out to do with Apple.
This is a day I've been looking forward to for 2.5 years. We introduced the Macintosh. It didn't just change Apple, it changed the whole computer industry.
You know, it's interesting how the logo has evolved even over the last 40 years. The first year, one of the founders actually had drawn it up, and it's basically this logo of Isaac Newton sitting under a tree, and it looks so different than the one today. And you know, they weren't a fan of it very long, and they nixed it and said, hey, you know, we're gonna try something new. So that's when they brought in this new logo that was multicolored and the opposite colors of the rainbow, which is interesting, but it was to show off the first color computer at the time. So through the years, they've kept that exact same mark, which is pretty wild, 40-year-old design, and they've just changed the color, changed the feel a little bit. But the Apple brand, I would say, is probably the strongest brand I have ever seen. I think anybody that has experienced the Apple products, but in the store, would probably agree.
What makes Apple such a strong brand is they do focus on creating that like simplicity and, you know, that minimalism but still modern touch on everything they touch, like absolutely everything, even down to the software. iOS, you can definitely tell the difference between Mac OS and, you know, Windows, for instance, and they keep it as simple, as streamlined, as clean as possible through everything they have, even almost in the partnerships they have.
Well, something that you maybe didn't realize around the psychology of Apple is it's not that they created these amazing, powerful computers, which they did, but it is the perception that they place in the buyer's mind of who they're going to become when they hold that product, when they use that product, the possibilities. And that is an incredibly powerful brand. We look at PCs, Samsung, they have done really well on the tech end, but they have lost that customer touch. And they completely lost the customer experience and painting this idea of what the customer is going to become when they hold that piece. Well, that's Apple. Thanks so much for watching. As always, like, comment, share, all that fun stuff. If you have a brand or a logo you want us to review, please send it to hey@j29creative.com. Thanks. We'll see you again next week.